Teach you to be a brat.
Good morning. We are live from the Sewing Basket in Laverne. We hope that you guys all had a great Easter. And we're just excited for another Monday. We have our celebrity guest, Allyssa Hayden, here this morning. She has been quilting like crazy for us. I think just 3 quilts here quick, right? Yeah. 3? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So she did the long tall, and then we just threw another one at her quick, and she got that done in like 3 days, and then we just threw another one at her. So
she's actually working on number 4 now. Yep.
Oh yeah.
And she's 2 for 4 for celebrity shout outs.
Oh yeah.
On Instagram, which is really cool.
That's fun. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Yep. I've had that happen a couple times with some of my other quilts too, and it's always fun that they see and they're like, that looks good enough for me to share it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So quilting for us and also marketing, you know.
Trying.
Yeah. Yes. So what do we have to show today? Do you want to go?
Sure. Well, have we shown this? I don't think we've shown this.
So
this is
Squared up.
Yep. This is one of what I suppose you can't see the bottom of it. I'll move. This is called Squared Up. Alyssa made this in our grunge.
Mm-hmm.
We should talk about it. How was it?
It was really fun. I love that it literally took me just a couple of days. It was a super quick make, super fun.
Was it 10-inch squares?
Yes.
That you sliced up?
Yes. And well, no, I used what was it? I used fat quarters for this one since it was I think you can use 10-inch squares as well, but since I did the ombre, it was fat quarters, and so really, really pretty, like gradient
And I do want to point out for a few of you, you know who you are. I helped choose this backing, and it is a batik. So we are moving forward. We're making peace with the batiks. No, it's actually really beautiful.
It is, yes. And my daughter is obsessed with it. She's obsessed with this quilt right now. Good. She's looking forward to it being hers, I'm sure. My mom actually saw a picture of this when I posted it on Instagram, and they were here this weekend, and I showed it to her again, and she's just like, you can't see the fabrics on social media like you can in person. Yeah. She's like, it just is so much more gorgeous in person.
Yes.
So you need to come see it.
Yes, the grunges we showed you. We bought every color of grunge, and we've had to reorder several already. Everybody loves them. They have so much depth. Like there's some movement, there's some color differences, and they just add a really great pop to any project, really. So speaking of grunge, this Frankie line also has grunge. It has like 4 grunge colors, I think. So this is another really, really, really fast pattern. It's called Radio Way, and it uses a jelly roll and a little bit of yardage, so it's very reasonable. So that ombre kit quilt is kitted. This is also kitted. And this is also just a really nice lap size. Susan Blair quilted both of these.
I was just going to say, the quilting in this one is so cute.
Yeah, Susan has quilted like 6 quilts in the last week or more.
I haven't counted.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You should have.
When you said
5, I think 5 or 6 quilts, yeah.
When you said you've done 12 quilts to date, was that last week, Monday? It piqued my interest. I thought, have I quilted all 12 of those?
Yep.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, my machine's roaring right now.
And it even had a timing issue that kind of went down, and so she had to fix that. So anyway, we're back in business.
Yes, it's stitching absolutely perfectly.
Oh,
it just
awesome.
purrs now, so I'm very happy about that.
So yeah, I think I'm on. I did 4 quilts last week. 4 quilt tops. That's insanity. And my kids are all still alive. So I think I get a gold star. So we have another couple of samples. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm gonna move this because it's kind of wild underneath that. So Deb Riebling has also been very busy. She also used grunge on this project. So she did a table runner out of this book, Holiday Celebrations. she used the bee plaids by Lori Holt. And so she shortened the table runner pattern by 1 leaf, and then she was able to make this additional little topper pattern with the leftovers. And both patterns are in this book. So you buy the kit for the leaves and you have enough to do 2 projects.
We'll do a kit of those.
So we'll do kits of these as well. Yep. And we have Diane's working on another little project out of this book that you can come see at the shop hop.
Yep.
So that's really fun. It's a fall obviously, so just a little different flavor.
Get ready now.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I love the colors that she chose.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Super cute.
Mm-hmm.
And Caitlin got her rainbow quilt.
I don't even know how we're gonna show it. It's kind of beastly.
Beastly?
Well,
Is that what
okay,
it's
large.
called?
It's very cute to be called beastly. Let's
This
not
is
call it that.
another really reasonably priced quilt. It's huge and
It's very large.
and
This was the twin, wasn't
it's
it?
all solids. I think
It
so.
has to be.
There was
Yeah.
only one.
Like twin or
Option.
baby.
Yeah.
This is an online tutorial,
Yeah.
totally free
Yep.
from Woodbury Way. And I really love that you use the scrappy binding.
The scrappy binding,
It
I
does
really
kinda make it-
debated, but it was so
It's so
cute.
fun.
Yeah.
So you just used your leftovers. Did you have enough to do it without buying more?
No, I
Okay.
came in and got 2.5-inch strips.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So
But I just cut them in half because otherwise they're so long. So I was like, so I cut them in half.
Oh, so
Oh,
they
yeah,
were half
yeah.
of width.
20
Yeah.
inches instead of
Yeah.
40.
So I was like,
That's
otherwise it's super
very true.
long.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I thought about going even shorter, but I'm like, don't have time. Cut
Yeah.
it in half, and we rolled with.
I love it.
Last night at like 8:30, I sat down and started, and I got done at 12:45.
Oh,
I'm
good deal.
like, oh, it was a bad idea, but I was so happy when it was done. So
Yes, it looks great.
it was totally worth
So
it.
we've talked before about, so this is free pattern.
Yep.
Allie has an option that you can cut this down and make 3 baby size quilts. And we've talked about the significance of rainbow babies and rainbow gifts for rainbow babies for
Yep.
people that we love. So this would be a great project.
And it's totally neutral. I mean, it's not super
Yep.
girly. It's not boyish. It's
And you can do darker or lighter.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Or you could even do just like a one colorful ombre of it too.
you could. Yeah,
It's just
and
super
this
fun.
could be grunge too. This
Yeah.
would be cute and grunge
Everything is grunge.
Yeah. too. Yep.
Yeah.
Grunge
Yeah.
goes
Right.
with everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So those are the samples that we have. Of course, we are preparing this week for our shop hop. If you come in, if you're local and you come in this week, pardon our mess. Because we're gonna just have to be moving a few
Yeah.
things around. We have a couple of fabric collections coming in today, and we have a few more notions. We did a last minute notion order, so we'll have kind of a mess here for a few days. But Saturday is the big day.
Mhm.
Come join us. Come support us.
Mhm.
We've been working really hard for this upcoming event, and we're excited to show you everything that we've got here.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe plan on just doing the whole shop hop. Like, it's so fun. It's really not that far. We've been
Yep.
kind of following the all Minnesota shop hop, and it's kind of intimidating because it's like pretty much all the way up to Canada. But this one is just so nice. Like, it's
9
not,
shops.
it's so doable. It's so
Yep.
doable.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, super fun. Be good to do that.
Very good.
So
But-
Alyssa has a question.
I do have a question. I was sewing away on my machine last night, and I was thinking, because I was looking over at the other project that I'm working on, and then I have another project that I'm working on. So I was just like, I wonder how many projects people have in process at one time. Like, are other people like me, or do they like to start one and then carry it to finish and then start another one? Or do you have one in every stage?
So you have
Right
3-ish?
now, yeah, I have 3-ish. If you count the one that I started before I started sewing the Celestial quilt, then that's 4, but it's not. It was just because I wanted something to do.
Sure.
So I have 4 in process right now. 5 if you count the Celestial that needs to be bound.
Yeah.
How many do you have, Erica?
I don't even really know.
Does that mean ones that are tucked away too?
I have this little cart. You know those little rolling carts with the 3 tiers? That when we moved, that I decided, like, no more than this. If it doesn't fit on here, then I can't start it. And then I started here.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, oh, I bet they have so many because they're probably doing a bunch of samples for here, and then if they have their own projects they want to do, so it probably adds up, and it's probably different now compared to maybe before, or is it the exact same now?
I probably have 4 that I have from before this project, and for this, I have just kept, like, I get stuff ready and I keep them in piles right in front of me on my table, so I just have to keep going. It's just like pressure, and it's super rewarding to see them move.
That empty.
Yeah. So I'm down to 2. Hopefully, I can get 2 done this week and be in here helping get things ready.
Yeah. So I have. I bet I have 8 quilts that are done on my own that have to go on the long arm. And I have 3 customer quilts that have to go on the long arm. And I probably have 3 or 4 tops that are in various stages. And then I have the one quilt I'm helping you with for the store.
Yep.
But it's almost impossible to do your own sewing when we're so busy sewing for the store, and in my case, quilting for the store. And so that's how it's different now, is I'm not necessarily sewing for myself. But I think after Shop Pop that'll change a little bit, maybe, because this has been our, pinpoint focus since December. And then once we get past that, then
we probably won't get like 8 lines in every.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you never know, but
I mean, it's really fun for me to come in like multiple times a week and be like, "You got something new?"
Yeah.
She always texts me and she's just like, "You need to come see it." I'm like, "Okay, I'll load up my kiddos."
Yeah. It's interesting how when you have a hard deadline, I'm like motivated to get these samples up so that people can see what we've got here and be inspired beyond just looking at the beautiful bolts. But yeah, I wonder if I maybe won't need to sew for myself again. I don't know. I just love to quilt. I just love to be doing it, so it doesn't matter.
I currently only have 2 to 3.
Which is kind of funny because you're brand new.
Yes. I'm saying that's probably very different.
That's probably all of your projects.
So, like, as I'm going, though, I am like, God, I just am so... Erica's walking around the store, I did 12 quilts this year! And I'm like, it takes me forever to do one thing. So
I've been quilting for years.
YouTube, what is basting? Like a turkey? No. So, we figured out what basting was. And last night, I was looking up, what is...
Turkey.
What is it? What was it? Slip stitching?
Oh, yes.
How to slip stitch. So then I watched this video and I was like, well, that's actually stupidly easy. But anyways, but I have to like look everything up. I don't have like, I didn't grow up with people sewing. So I'm like, okay, project that will take everyone else like one day. Be like, okay.
So put it in
5 days later.
We didn't grow up with YouTube.
Yeah. And seriously, comparison's the thief of joy, right?
Yeah.
It does not matter. Yeah. It does not matter how long it takes. I've been quilting for 14 years. So, it's just, I didn't do 12. I've never done this many quilts. So,
this
is the most I've only been quilting for 2 years, but I've never done this much either. So it's like,
man, I'm good, huh?
It's so fun.
I know
and it's so fun to see how like doing like because you guys have given like the Trinity quilt by GE Designs was so different than anything I'd ever done, and so doing that and seeing like, oh my gosh, like this is terrifying and harder than anything I've ever done before, but then you get it done and you're like, I did it.
And look how good.
And it looks good.
Yeah. And then nice thing, after that, you put this together in like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
It was nice to just kind of like, you use your brain on one project and then you just kind of mindlessly sew the next one.
It's like a palette cleanser.
Yeah. I think that I've heard that before on professional designers. They'll do a really, really extensive quilt and then they'll do an easy quilt and then they'll do an extensive quilt and an easy quilt.
Well, after the quilt I'm doing right now, I'm gonna need an easy quilt.
Deal.
We can do that.
So
Yeah,
to this multiple projects at a time, we've alluded to leaders and enders before.
Oh yeah.
And I've always been inspired to have like two distinct projects going on simultaneously. So leaders and enders are, you have one project that you start off your strip piecing with, and then you strip piece your whole whatever you need for the next project, this project. And then when you get to the end of that stack of things that need to be strip pieced, you run an ender through from this other project. And I don't know if that's making sense. But anyway, so then you never have to cut your thread. You never have to, that needle cutter takes some time. So you just always have something on. Plus, when you start off, sometimes your seam gets wonky. So it prevents that. And I think it might even save a little thread. I don't know. Anyway,
I found it. Well, I love doing strip, like the chain piecing, like that kind of thing, because I don't have a cutter on the machine, so I have to lift it up and bring it around, and it wastes like that much thread. So it's nice to be able to chain piece as much as possible.
Yeah, I guess that's what I meant. Chain piece, not strip piece. Yeah.
Same thing, isn't it?
Well,
let's ask YouTube later.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. Anyway, so I've always intended to have like a leaders and then what people do is their leader and ender project becomes their main project, and they start a new leaders and ender.
Interesting. I've never heard of that.
And that was kind of the inspiration for the little cart, like to have everything organized.
I might need more space if I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Buy a brand new house just for a quilt room.
For the sewing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I think
that was
anything else.
We do have Ladies' Night In coming up on Thursday. We are doing the towels again, and we do have a few spots open. So if you're interested, call the store, sign up online, or get a hold of one of us, and we can get you on the list. So.
We did get a couple new sewing machines in this last week. We got a serger. So if any of you have been waiting for the brilliant air threading serger by Viking, we have one in the store.
That sounds fancy.
It is fancy. Yeah. Very nice. So that's exciting. And then we restocked a machine that we had before, 95Q, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So if you're in the market for a sewing machine, come in and see us. And we maybe can leave it at that. I don't know. Do we have anything else?
I don't think so. Just super busy. Zoom, getting our stuff ready for this weekend. Starts off Saturday morning.
9 o'clock? Correct? 9 to 6?
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
9 to 6,
so we
7
got
days.
Lot to do yet to get there. So it's all good though. It's all good.
So thanks for joining us.
Have a good week, folks.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.